Hello, world family. Are you ready to talk about something very serious, but very profound? As you've been watching these videos, you've watched many things, trials, tribulations, some of my beliefs, some of the things that have occurred in my life, and what purpose and reason they have. Here's a crazy little purpose and reason for you. I'm watching Passion of the Christ. And you know that scene where the devil is in the background, lurking, watching. The day that I watched that, I could see him lurking at me, getting ready to come and get me. It shocked me because I could see him so clearly. It was like vivid, and his essence was horrible. Many events have occurred after that, as you have been witnessing. One was Father came down, brought me downstairs one night, and I knew it was the Heavenly Father. I was asleep. I woke up, walked downstairs. I could feel being called. When I was being called, all of a sudden, the Father grabbed a hold of my soul, grabbed it hard, picked it up out of my body, and held it, and told me two words: never forget, and put it back in my body. And I had what's called a spiritual surgery. The Father removed an energy band out of my body. I could feel it come up through my leg and out. And it just kept coming. It was like an energy being pulled out of my body. It was an energy band in my left leg. Now you can imagine, if the Heavenly Father is doing that, what are we on this earth? We are a spiritual being full of energy bands. When you see your DNA, it's very real. It's very true. And you can see it. After it was over, I sat at my kitchen table, almost grasping at the reality of all that had just occurred. Now, seeing the devil was days before that. And as I sat at the table, I realized the devil was coming to get me. And that Father had just told me to never forget him, to never forget he holds my soul. Now, in that moment, it was pure fear of the Father, an absolute, total heart and love that he held it. Meaning you fear him because it's enormous. But you also love who holds it. You love who holds that power. And you realize that you can face anything. Anything. There's nothing you can't face. Father can hold your soul right in the palm of his hands. In your spiritual body. You are a spirit. You have energy inside your body that he holds. It's called a soul. Your soul he holds. Now, as that all went on, I started to realize I didn't know what was coming at me. I just knew who was coming after me. One night, this is how my dark night of the soul began. Many people talk to you about spiritual contracts, dark nights of the soul, and things like that. They're very real. It's Christmas. And my ex and I have broken up, but we're still together in the house. All of a sudden, I just feel the need to just go for a walk. I just had to get out of the house. It's snowing outside. It's beautiful outside. It's gorgeous snowfalls everywhere. I walk outside. All of a sudden, I can feel dog energy all over me, everywhere. all of a sudden, I couldn't understand where I was. I couldn't find my sight. All of a sudden, I realized I wear contacts every day. I can't see without them. My sight has been that way since I was a child. I've always needed glasses. As you can see, I have contacts now in, and I need glasses even after that. That's been my whole life. Now, you've heard the story of me losing my sight and it coming back, which it has. I can see clearly, but I still need my contacts and glasses to see. As I'm walking in the snow, in that night, that dark night of the soul, I can feel the devil all over me, all around me, trying to steal my soul. I start walking and tell myself I'm going to enjoy the path that Father put me on. My entire life got turned upside down. All of a sudden, I can't remember where I am. I can't remember how to get home. I can't remember my name. I can't remember anything. All I can see is dark images everywhere, everywhere, except the snow looked crystal and beautiful. All of a sudden, I see somebody in front of me. And in my spiritual sight, it feels like an angel. And I rush up to him. And he looks at me, he's like, "Who are you?" I couldn't answer. He's like, "What are you doing out here?" I couldn't answer. I walked away from him. My entire memory was starting to flood backwards and forward. And I couldn't figure out what my name was. He must have called an ambulance, because a cop shows up and says, "Why are you out in this snowstorm?" I said, "I have no idea." He said, "Where do you live?" I go, "I don't know." He said, "What's your name?" All of a sudden, I said, "I don't know, but I know I have my driver's license in my pocket." He was like, "Give it to me." I gave him my driver's license. Out of all the things, a driver's license in my pocket. He takes me home. I can hear dogs barking. I can hear dark sights and sounds. It's everywhere. It's like I'm in a dark night of the soul and I can't escape. All of a sudden, they take me out of the cop's car, the police officer's car. There's an ambulance there in front of my house. And they come rushing at me and grabbing at me and pulling at me. And all of a sudden, it feels like my entire soul breaks apart. And I yell to the Lord, actually to the Heavenly Father, "God, help me." And all of a sudden, that's the start of my dark night of the soul. They rush me to the hospital. I'm put in a mental institution. I'm put in rehab. And the entire time I'm there, I'm in the mental hospital. They can't figure out what's going on with me. I'm seeing dark images, voices, everything, floods of memories. People ask me questions, I can't answer them. I'm seeing images everywhere. People that come up to me look like someone else. It's massive images. Do you know the House of the Vision is 227 is the address. Do you know the hospital room they put me in was 227? Do you realize that I just remembered that today, 10 years later? I'm sitting across from the house and I'm staring at the sign that says 227. That's how far I've come. That's how far I've come on this dark night of the soul. Do you realize? This is real. This story is real. Those nights in the hospital of a mental institution was the devil trying to destroy me. Here's an example. I write about it in a book, which I thought all of you would hear first. I never thought I would do videos. I thought I would write to you because I think my writing is better than anything else. So I wrote to you. I wrote you a gorgeous letter. It's in a book. It's all about the dark night of the soul. It's all about my journey. In the hospital room, I can't sleep. And I'm standing up against the wall. And all of a sudden I grab my white blanket off my bed and I wrap it around me. As I wrap it around me, I can feel Archangel Michael's wings all of a sudden wrap around me and protect me. And I stand still, like I've known him all my life. And I know to stand still. All of a sudden the devil's in front of me. And he steps on my feet. And he can't touch me. And he's furious. He's absolutely furious that he can't have me. And he's doing everything and anything possible. And Michael's wings are wrapped around me. And he can't touch me. But he can put pressure on my feet to know that he's there. All of a sudden, a nurse comes down the hallway. And it breaks. Reality hits in. All of a sudden, the natural floods in. And she says, go to bed. Get some sleep. I look at Michael. And I go to bed. Realizing this is all real. This is all happening to me. And I can do nothing but stay on the course. This is me. On the course. Out to you. Do you know what this means? This is a course out to the public eye that I've returned. Mary Magdalene has returned. And it's had the most unbelievable dark journey you can imagine, wrapped up in the beautiful love affair of my life. Are you ready for such epic stories? Because all that you read in the Bible is real and is going down every day. Did I go down or did I rise?